Before you start sending invoices to your customers, you need to make sure your invoice settings are correct. So head up to the company name at the top left and click Settings. Now the first screen you need to go into is Organisation Details at the top left. Complete this form, upload your logo, enter your addresses, and then your contact details at the below, and click Save. Once you've done that, come back up to the top and click this hyperlink Organisation Settings to go back to that previous screen. Then we're going into Invoice Settings at the top right, and we're setting up a theme. In this example, there are multiple different themes, but we are going to just edit the standard one that you will have showing. So you'll see Standard at the left, and then Options at the top right. So click Options and then Edit. I'd recommend just now just leaving the options at the left. You can come back to them in the future if you want, but do take a look at this middle column here. This determines what information shows on your sales invoices, so your invoices you're issuing to your customers. I would suggest keeping or adding on Show Unit Price and Quantity and taking off Show Payment Advice Cutaway. And if you're not VAT registered, take off Show Tax Column because you won't need to show that. Keep on Show Registered Address and show your logo if you have one. Make sure these details are correct at the top right. And then in this Terms and Payment Advice box, pop in here the bank details you want your customers to pay into. If you are accepting online payments via PayPal, Stripe, you can add these in here. There's another step you need to do first. Once you're finished, click Save. Then you need to make sure you've added your logo, so it should show here. If you need to change it, click Options and Change Logo, and you can upload it there. You can also preview your invoice to make sure you're happy with how it looks. Next thing to do is head to Default Settings. Click on here. And what we want to do is add in when our sales invoices are due for payment. It can be 7 days, 14 days, whatever you agree or whatever you want to set. Pop in a number here and then use the drop down to select how that calculates. So for example, 7 days after an invoice date, it's pretty standard. You can also change your invoice numbers if you want. It's not important, but just keep a numeric order, which is helpful. And click Save. You can also set up invoice reminders if you want to, just by clicking here. This will then automatically send an email to your customers if they haven't paid and the invoice is overdue. So you can click here and then click Edit to change how frequently the email is sent and the wording of the email. This is helpful for getting cash in and saving you time chasing people manually. I mentioned earlier about payment services, so online payments. If you click Payment Services here, you can then connect things like Stripe or PayPal to your Xero account to allow customers to pay online.